If you want to learn how to implement a Zap in Zapier, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll walk you through the full process step by step so you can set up your first automation with confidence. We'll start from the Zapier home screen, build a workflow, connect a trigger and an action, test it, and then publish it live. This is a great beginner-friendly guide if you want to save time, automate repetitive tasks, and connect your favorite apps without writing any code. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more easy software tutorials just like this. Alright, let's jump in. First, go to Zapier in your browser and sign into your account. Once you're on the main dashboard, look for the Create button. This is where you begin building a new automation, also known as a Zap. Click Create and then choose Zap Workflows. This tells Zapier that you want to build a workflow with one app triggering another app. Now, you're inside the Zap editor. The first thing you need to set up is the trigger. The trigger is the event that starts the automation. Click on Trigger to begin. Zapier will ask you to choose an app, so use the search bar and select an app you want to use as the starting point. For example, you can search for Gmail if you want your automation to start from an email-related event. Once you select the app, Zapier will ask you to choose a trigger event. At this point, choose the event that makes the most sense for your workflow. This could be something like a new email, a new form submission, or a new message, depending on the app you selected. After choosing the event, Zapier will prompt you to log into that account. Go ahead and connect your account so Zapier can access the data it needs. Once the account is connected, continue through the setup until the trigger is ready. Next, it's time to set up the action. The action is what happens after the trigger goes off. Click on Action and then search for the app you want to use as the destination. For example, you can search for Sheets if you want to send the data into a spreadsheet. After selecting the app, choose an action event from the available options. Just like before, Zapier will ask you to log into that account as well. Connect it, grant the necessary permissions, and continue. Now you can configure the action so it knows exactly what to do with the incoming information. Depending on the app and event you chose, you may need to map fields, assign values, or confirm how the data should flow from your trigger into your action. Take a moment here to review everything carefully so your automation behaves the way you want it to. Once both the trigger and action are connected, click Build It at the top if Zapier shows that option. This helps finalize the structure of your workflow and gets it ready for testing. Testing is a very important step because it shows you whether your Zap works correctly before it goes live. Click Test Run and let Zapier simulate the automation. Review the result and make sure the trigger data is passing through properly and the action is completing successfully. If something doesn't look right, go back and adjust the app selection, event choice, account connection, or field mapping until everything works as expected. It's always better to test first than to publish a broken automation. When you're happy with the test, the final step is to publish your Zap. Click Publish and that's it. Your workflow is now active and ready to run automatically whenever the trigger event happens. From this point on, Zapier will handle the repetitive tasks for you in the background, saving you time and making your process much more efficient. And that's how you implement a Zap in Zapier from start to finish. You started by creating a workflow, selected a trigger app, picked an event, connected your account, added an action app, chose the action event, tested the automation, and published it live. Once you understand this basic process, you can build all kinds of powerful automations for your business, your content workflow, or your personal productivity. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more step-by-step software tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.